covered.
Carnage.
Sounds like a Subaru night. Oh. Right then, quick introduction, because Danny's told me to be quick. So, TT, still on the ramp, it's 12 o'clock, and we need to be setting off at 2 o'clock to the Birkett relay race. It needs alignment, corner weighting, and hand-delivered by Bill Stein not 2 seconds ago. These are the dampers, so we've had the front and the rears done. This has been the problem all along, I think. The values are not where we want it to be, the force, whatever you want to call it. So I think we need to swap these, and that should cure the sort of mid-corner, corner exit understeer that we've been having, as well as we've welded loads of little tabs on to the roll cage and then bolted them into the car, because the top half of this car is aluminium. So hopefully this car, if you see it on track going backwards, it's because we've gone too stiff. We'll have to go down on the clicks, but we shall see. So see us at the Birkett. We've got a lot to do before we get there. All hands on deck, big stress. See you at Silverstone.
Just in TT, all 3 cars are unloaded, just off scrutineering. Fingers crossed they all sail through. Paul's just doing some last minute fixing, because we've got no dash in one of the TTs.
I'm very comfortable.
So we're here, it's damp now, but it's not going to be wet when the race starts, so we need to get his dry setup sorted. Scott's just going to the assembly area now, so he's got A on his car. B on my car, I'm getting ready now, going to go out in that. Then Danny's just going to get ready, go out in his, so hopefully it all goes to plan. Wish us luck.
Right.
Sounds like a Subaru night. Didn't do when I was driving it, felt alright. But when you're going around a corner, it's as though like there's some oil sloshing about somewhere, whether that's in sump or in catch cap, and then it just smokes out the exhaust. A little misfire, then it smokes. But now it sounds like it's on 3 cylinders, so God knows. Something's gone wrong.
I went out. I need to go back on track.
Yeah, you've got to go via the assembly area.
You can't go on through assembly area when the track's live. They've told me to come out of the pit lane to the back of here so that we fix the car. I need to go out for one more lap.
It's got to go to the assembly area.
You can't, they've blocked it all off. I'm just going through this way. I'm in this session. Can somebody come and talk to me? Hello? Yeah. Absolute.
Better? We think so. We've changed the spark plugs. They had a bit oily and the catch can was full, so we believe it's just sucked a load of oil in, so fingers crossed. I do have an impact gun, I'm just choosing this way now. Fancied a bit of exercise. Get fit.
So the end of quali, bit of a mixed bag. This seemed absolutely fine, a little bit tail happy. I came in anyway because I needed to fix the radio problem, to get Scott in and test that. The other TT that Scott were in, for some reason that went into limp mode, God knows what's happening there. And then Danny's, same problem, oil, management like that, so at least we'll have some idea what's going on. So we hurry up, get Scott to the assembly, get cracking.
In 48A, that's Scott Parkin for Darkside Motorsport in the Golf GTI. But as you can see, the race is about to get underway. We've got some cars overtaking already, it seemed, before they got to the timing line, which wasn't completely as expected. Anyway, green flag's now waving as we head down to the first corner. It looks like it's going to be the Mark Rice car, the Capture Motorsport car, that comes through in the lead of the race for the first time at Cops Corner. I think everyone else is more or less holding position, and you can see as the cars got up to racing speed, there is still quite a bit of spray hand. Classes at the moment on scratch, it's really handicap that matters. The first non-class D car is that Capture Motorsport car. That had that penalty though for out of position start effectively. That's class B.
Right, we've had some shuffling around in Class B since we last checked in. The last time we checked it was Capture Motorsport for 16 who were leading that class. That the 16C car, Mark Rice's Cupra. It's now a class being led by Darkside Motorsport. Scott made his debut in the Fun Cup Endurance Championship a couple of weeks ago. Was very, very rapid at Donington Park, so Scott's a very handy peddler. Drop down the hill through the craters into the old hairpin, and Parkin's properly sideways. He lost it. Around he goes into the UVO cars in the Viking car. Carry on. I think it's in.
So I've got to hope that the Golf comes back just needing fuel, otherwise I'm not racing today because the engine's dead in my TT. Don't know why. Down on compression and cylinder form. And obviously we fixed that one now, but only Danny and Scott can drive that, so it might be a boring day for me. We'll see.
had a change for the lead in Class B, by the way. Darkside Motorsport back ahead of Capture Motorsport now. That move happening on the previous lap. So Capture Motorsport, I think you said that was now Colin Gillespie. This is one of the cars I'm really fascinated by. This Class B battle is getting really close. So I'm going to step aside now. We'll have a quick commentator change, but my eyes will still be glued to the battle at the front of Class B, and I wonder how close it'll be when you next hear from me in another round.
See the Darkside team here, which is Dan Sylvester out in the Audi TT. I understand the team have got two Audi TTs with us this weekend, which normally just have the one, don't we, in the Club Enduro Championship. And they are still ahead of Capture Motorsport, who Andy was talking about through that stint, and it looks like it's still Colin Gillespie. Jason Burgess and Tyler Ballard, but down in the pit lane in the Rotec Racing garage, I think, is Lewis Mills.
Mate, it's locked in park, Jake. It's locked in park.
You need to get recovered.
And there we can see, I don't think that was necessarily the cause of the safety car, but it's happened since then, and that is one of the pair of TTs that has come to a stop. So that is from team 48, is it not? Darkside Motorsport.
Yeah, that's right. Last week saw it was Dan Sylvester, wasn't it? At the wheel, this car that on scratch was leading Class B by a small margin over Capture Motorsport. But interesting, it's when the safety car comes out, it seems that car's had the issue here.
Yeah.
Which up to that point hadn't been a problem.
Danny, what you doing, man?
Right.
Is it warm in there?
Yeah. Very warm.
Danny, have you got out to set to us 1% of female viewers?
It's not very PC, this is it.
We can blur out your nipples.
Too hot.
That Andy Pretorius MX-5 Mark IV is stuck in the gravel trap. Hopefully that's not a metaphor, and that means that the safety car is back out. And the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap. It's the third safety car intervention we've had during the course of this race. And we'll go back green flag racing again. For how long? Who knows? Green is quite badly damaged there in the paddock, so that possibly involved in one of the incidents anyway. And that's the wing that's just fallen off the back of that Leon, I think, or something. Yeah, it's the wing, or part of the wing, that has become detached. It's now sort of grown horns, hasn't it? As it.
Get some fans on that. Come on, Tom, we need an extension. Oh.
Fans up car, are you?
Me? Get me a fan, quick. Get some foot brakes as well, Paul. They're head up. Oh. Baby.
Ryan's got a dedicated ball.
Cooling down. Ball cooling. This is what paid off at Oxford. Good stuff, isn't it? So, just got out of my stint in the golf. I think it were nearly 3 hours. We're hoping it weren't over because that would take us past MSUK's rules and we'd be disqualified, so hopefully just less than 3 hours. The golf easily did it. Not sure how much fuel's in it, but we'll know in a minute. Tyres that have come off, there weren't much life left in them, but I was doing my quickest lap times. If there weren't traffic, I think I could have beat my best lap time. As the sun went away, so I went behind the clouds, it was a lot better. So.
Roach in his BMW Compact. We can ride on board now with 48E, I think that is, which is Scott Parkin in the Audi. The TT, the driver, Scott Parkin, raced the Volkswagen Golf during the course of the season, was a winner in his class at Anglesey a couple of months ago, finished second in the championship. But great to have these Audis here that Darkside Developments have put together. They're a good looking car and they're quick as well.
They are indeed, and Scott Parkin, a very rapid driver as well, just nips up the inside of a slower car there into Village, and now through the left-hander at the loop, and actually he didn't quite get past that Porsche, did it, because it's still in front, and now he dives for a very small gap on the inside line into Aintree Corner. But some brilliant onboard footage here from the Audi as he accelerates down the Wellington Straight, and pick his braking point now into Brooklands Corner. He brakes so late into this corner, there he goes, dives into the left-hander, nice late apex. Sun looked right in his eyes as he turns into the apex, and as we move into the final hour of this race, which is about to happen, Josh, that's only going to get worse.
In a moment, I was speaking to, it was one of the Parkin twins, I'm never really sure which one it really was, that Scott and Ryan, about the problem they had earlier when Dan Sylvester was in this car. And he said they had an ABS problem, so when the safety car out, Dan tried to reset the car, and when he did that, it wouldn't restart, and they reckon in the end it was where the standard key fob goes, it broke during the course of the trying to restart it, because they said it's a sort of a dodgy road car thing. and therefore it had to be recovered. So then they were hoping to have a 3-hour stint in the Golf, and that ended after an hour when they had this turbo boost issue. But they're still well up. They're 8th on scratch. I think a little bit further down the order on the handicap positions from where they'd like to be, but still well up the order nevertheless. Ian?
Yeah.
I think we found the usage time of AO52s.
Approximately 3 hours.
He's had his money's worth out of them, hasn't he?
Scott's out in the TT, and we're kind of stuck now. If he has a problem in that car, he's going to have to come back and get into the Golf, which means driver change, which is not really what we need to be doing. Danny can't drive that to qualify. I can't drive gigs. I've done 3 hours, so big stuff.
Nice cherry red turbo.
Oh, and a bit more drama.
Oh, and that's a damaged Mini. That's 39A, and that is the skids car of Chris White. So we've got some trim hanging off the bumper. Where is that? A lap down on 142 laps was number 30 RJ Motorsport 2, 5th on 136 laps was 16 Capture Motorsport, winning their class, 6th to number 12 Prep&Lay and G-Sport, 7th to number 9 Proper British GTs, 8th to number 3 AAA's Racing, 9th to 48 Darkside Motorsport, and 10th to 51 Area Motorsport.
So the end of a very busy, very hectic day. Nothing went to plan as usual. Very unnerving and that Sunday. But yeah, hopefully Danny's captured some footage. He's been absolutely all over the place. He's told me to keep this brief because I talk too much rubbish. But I think we come 11th overall, which is a bit crap. Well, sort of 8th and 9th before Scott had a problem with TT, and then had to come in and jump in the Golf. And then we got a couple of penalties. One my fault. I think it's my fault. Clarify that. Danny will say whether it's my fault.
You've been rumbled.
And then Scott speeding in pit lane when he came in as well, but we'll let him off. Speedo don't work for some reason. We've had problems with both cars. So, yeah, problems all day. We've overcome them. some of them. This is where we are. So God knows where we came at handicap. Can't find that information yet. We should be able to looking at what people's got trophies, but we're packing up in this traffic jam for Silverstone paddock. So hopefully it's been an interesting watch. Everybody's had problems today with lots of things, and then the amp probably won. So thank you.